This is a PK3205, and what it's used for is to connect the pump station, or the PM602, to the tank, and for the connection to the flow line up to the collector. It's fairly important that another important part of our kit. I'm going to show you a little bit about what's in there so that you can be prepared, so if you need to connect it or any questions about it. First of all, we've got a temperature probe. I showed you before the temperature probe for the hot one. This is a cold temperature probe. We can't have it as long as the other one. We used to once upon a time. These are much shorter, simply because the water dip tube inside the tank doesn't allow it to go any further than this distance. What we do with this then is we put in the cold sensor into this, and again we slide that into there and then put this little P clip around it to ensure that it's stabilised in there and can't be pulled out and lose the ability to sense the correct temperatures. I have a T-piece, which is another part of it. I'll put this together for you. We supply with every one of our solar water heaters an ECV valve, both on the thermosiphon system as well as the pump system. This is provided in the kit as well, in the ground connection kit. This is a connection to the pump. It's fairly important. This is a non-return valve that we provide. The reason this is in there is to stop reverse thermosiphoning at night. That can cause hunting with the pump, because the sensors in the hot sensor senses warm water going up to it and can turn the pump on through a false positive. So this is fairly important to keep this as a service item as well. Our systems use an O-ring here, so I'll talk a little bit more about that, because I have come across a lot of these where plumbers glue them in position or use thread tape. You don't need to. This is an O-ring or a washer. They will seal themselves perfectly without any use of any other sealing thread tape or glue system. We have the unions also again for the pump. Again, you'll see these come fitted with the washers, and I'll put those onto the pump when we open up the PM602 to show you a little bit more about it, and some thread nipples and so forth to be able to connect it all up. It's pretty simple. There's an instruction in here how to do it, but you've got this obviously connects into the tank. The sensor goes into the tail here, and then we're going to connect our stainless steel flexi hose up to the pump, which is situated just above it, and self-spacing when you put this together. Now keep in mind, these hoses, and I do get this question asked sometimes, are they suitable for this temperature? At the bottom of the collector, at the bottom of the tank, we don't usually achieve any greater than 70 degrees C. That's what the maximum set point is. So this would be a normal hot water temperature, and this is more than adequate to handle that sort of temperatures. We've been using these now for over 15 years, 17 years, and they've been more than adequate. Very, very rarely do we see any returns or any problems with these items. So that's your ground connection kit, and now this device I'll leave open here, and I'll show you a little bit more about it as we connect up to the PM602.